These are Prodigy A4s. The A4, if you're unfamiliar, is an approach series disc from Prodigy, and in my opinion might be one of their most underrated molds. Or maybe even one of the most underrated molds just in disc golf altogether. But unfortunately, there's a few issues right now with the Prodigy A4. You see, the Prodigy A4 is currently out of production. Yeah, Prodigy no longer makes it. I don't know if it was because of lack of sales. I don't know if because maybe people just didn't even know the disc was good or great or even existed. But they don't make it anymore. But you know they still have that mold. And then that kind of brings us to problem number 2. It's newly out of production. So they're still pretty available out on the market. But the issue being, most of them are super domey, okay? And with the A4, it's all personal preference, but for most people, myself included, the A4 flat is amazing. But the A4 with the Mega Dome is just trash.
There's 3 keys to disc golf: driving, approaching, and putting. You need all 3 to do this disc sport.
Today we're gonna play 9 holes with these 3 A4s. I'm gonna show you what they're all about, why you should maybe still try and get your hands on one, and maybe make a case for Prodigy to bring them back. Who knows? Let's chuck. So the A4 has a very similar feel to the A3. It's beaded, it's a low profile approach disc, but the interesting thing, it gives me the vibe of like a mini mid-range. When I lived in Charlotte for like 6 months, I threw the A4 a ton. I had this yellow 400G, you might have seen it in some videos. It was a cheat code of an approach disc. I found it in a used bin at Down for Disc Golf, started chucking it, and I was like, I don't even bogey anymore because I throw a shitty drive, whip up my A4, chuck it 250 through the woods, park the basket, and freaking tap in a par. And the disc I just fell in love with immediately. 6 feet down the fairway. Nothing the A4 can't handle though. I will tell you that much. Guys, Prodigy needs to give me a signature A4 because I'm absolutely freaking cracked. And then we throw straight into a tree. Looks like we got another turnover A4 shot here. My goal here, just don't come up short. Just get it up there. Yep, there we go. We are just out here saving pars with that A4. That thing is so good. You just put a little pop on it. Oh yeah. Go in. Oh! Oh my. Guys, that A4 on the Annie upshot has been deadly. So accurate. I lost it and I haven't been able to find one, a good one at least, and I just kind of gave up on it. You know, I replaced it with a super beat up zone and you know, we got the job done, whatever. But man, something about that A4, there's something special about them. And I'm sure a lot of you saw the A series video that I did last week and you were like, oh, Brod's missing the A4. I talked about it a little bit. Luckily, my guy Marcus, local Prodigy guy here in Bellingham, hooked it up with these 3. So thank you. And we're just gonna have some fun today. I wanna just demonstrate why I think this disc is so underrated. So when it comes to the A4, I think we need to mention the term Zone SS. Now, Zone SS is a term thrown around by a bunch of disc golf YouTubers, by a bunch of people, including myself. I'd put money on the fact that I've probably said it the most in videos over the last year. What does Zone SS mean? Obviously, a zone overstable approach disc that's so beat up that it flips up, maybe even gets a little late turn. It, in all honesty, flies like a buzz assess, but it's just slower, more controllable, Doesn't that just sound nice? And when it comes to that term, and I guess the reason I bring up that term is because the A4 is, in my mind, the #1 zone SS. If you're a hyzer flip style player like myself, it'll change your life. Bruh. Okay, maybe not really change your life, but you'll really enjoy the flight of it. And it's just one of those discs. Basically, you're gonna treat your A4 the same way you would treat your straight mid-range. You know, that beat up Buzz, that Buzz SS, that M4, that beat up Hex, whatever that disc for you is. The A4 will pretty much fly exactly the same, but with less distance, less glide, and probably a little bit more control, being an A series approach disc style disc. So I literally got these A4s in hand like 45 minutes ago, fair warning, but I'm gonna try and show you my #1 A4 shot and basically why I love this disc. Oh, it's got a little stability. Okay, so I didn't quite get it to turn, but I feel like you could see how it flips up so much more than your A3 is gonna, your A5 is gonna. Oh, it wants to so bad. Dang it. Yes. Come on. Oh, it's still pushed out. Okay, we'll dial that shot back in for you guys. Don't you worry. Man, I haven't seen that A4 side hand flip up flight in quite some time. Makes me happy. The A4 that I was previously throwing definitely had a little bit of wear and tear on it. So I think you get a little easier late flip and turn. But even released on a pretty steep hyzer flip, those things just get up, push to flat. Man, that is the flight. That is the flight that just gets me going right there on the side hand. I don't even think I can putt this far, guys. I might do it. We're still working on the lefty jumper. This is one of my favorite holes out here just because it lines up so nice for like a little ace run. Keeps you honest with the trees and the ceiling. But we'll go with the backhand. Ooh, so this little push hyzer angle over here, I think with the A4, honestly, it kind of plays that shot perfectly. This is just a little, what, 211 foot hole. Did I crush it? No. A little deep, but money. So the flight numbers on the A4 are 44, -1, 2. I would say relatively accurate for sure. It has that -1 flip up. You're still, out of a new one, gonna get a consistent little hyzer finish, but it's straight enough to where for players with, you know, medium to like above average arm speed, you're gonna be able to really work this disc on really any line you want. And then as it beats in, I think it flies more of like a true -1-1. You're gonna get a little turn, but you're still gonna get a little fade. Guys, think I can hit the absolute sneakiest line. See where this headlight is shining right now? There's those 3 trees. I'm gonna hyzer push a forehand through there. No, I'm not. Okay, that throw is bad. We can't win them all. Oh, come on. Oh, I just needed a little more flip up. So I'm obviously gonna try and cover everything that I know currently about the A4, but if you have any other questions or maybe any other input, leave a comment down below. I'll either try and get back to the questions or I'd love any more input on this disc, I guess. This hole's perfect for a little push-up forehand ace run. Will it stable out? That's the question. Oh yeah, that's a beauty. I mean, you gotta get it up to get it in. When I come up short on ace runs, I'm like, Brod, get the disc in the air. I just throw so low on my forehands and slide them up. Yeah. Oh, a little short, a little short. All right, we got an absolute laser beam hole right here. There's no other goal than a side hand slinger ching up. Ace. That's what we're going for. Did it. Oh! Come on. Come on. Skip off that log. Oh my God. A4 off the log, off the basket. Oh, if I did that, Prodigy would have had have done a special run of A4s for me. Did it? No! Off the tree? Oh! Bruh. Come on, my guy. Oh. Come on. I got another really good forehand hole. Basket's raised just off to the right side here. Good little push-up forehand. If you try and ace run this, which we're trying to do, I'm probably just going to give up on putting. It's too cold for that anyway. Oh, I yanked it. Well, for the ace, it's parked, but not an ace. There we go. Come on. Oh, short. We're going to throw backhand with this one, see if we can get it to really turn and pan out to flat. Push. Just short. 3 different lines, but they all work. Some of you guys might recognize this hole as the one I aced a couple weeks ago with the side hand flip up buzz. And like I was saying earlier, the A4 kind of flies like your beat up, you know, buzz type disc. And it's absolutely money on side hands. So I'm feeling good today on this hole. And we're hot after the cage hit 2 holes ago. If there's a time to do it, it's now. Off the log? Oh, it's just parked. You know what, guys? That's a beauty, though. That is a beauty. Yep, did it. Off the tree? Oh! Come on! Oh, I suck at disc golf. I just feel like you can't go more than a few holes without the sound of chains. So that's for your ears. I kind of forgot how many side hand flip up holes there are on this course if you have the right disc. We got another one for you. Come on. Oh, but you can't tell me that wasn't just beautiful. So basically the line on this hole is the tree I just hit. You throw a forehand and you have to just push in front of it and you'll ace run the forehand. You could throw a screamer at it, I guess, but that's like the ace run and then sit. Or the backhand, I'll do that with the purple one, like backhand push to flat. Too high, maybe? Oh, too high. Now stable out, push. Oh, a little short on it, you know? Can't win them all. Man, you know how sometimes you have like a disc and it's just one, you don't have any backups for it. You throw it, you love it, and then you lose that one, and then maybe down the road you find a replacement, and it's just not the same. Today, that wasn't the case. These A4s made me basically fall back in love with the mold. That was just fun. It's one of the most fun discs out there. If you live in a wooded region, I just think it's such a valuable tool to have in your bag. Is there other discs that, you know, do pretty much the same thing? Yeah, maybe, but I just think the A4 has so much control to it. It's kind of the big thing with me. I think the speed, the glide, and like the stability is like this perfect little combo that really makes it an accurate flyer. Jumper broad. Watch and learn. That thing almost jumped out. Oh, I suck. Well, guys, that is pretty much gonna do it for this one. I'm gonna head over to the field right over here, chuck these all on like a actual full rip, just wide open, so you can get that full flight kind of feel, figure out, you know, what you think about that, because obviously on this course you have limited tight lines you got to work with. But I want to give these a smack, and that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know, comment down below, say, hey Prodigy, hey Will, make Brod a special run of A4 and we'll buy them. Hopefully you guys will. I don't know. The A4 is not really a popular mold, but I think it should be.
I remember all them winters, drinking Woodford till we drowned.
That's pretty much everything I know about the A4. So, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.
Creator of Frisbee Club, motherfuckers.
The man, the myth.
And right here, I have a frisbee bag. It holds all my frisbees, the ones I like.